So much of our vision is that influencer marketing will be the dominant form of advertising in the world. We're not nearly there yet, but in the next 10 years, we believe we will be there. And part of our job as a platform and as a services business is is really helping brands reorientate their marketing teams around influencer. Because if it's going to be the dominant form of brand communication, then it needs to be central to everything that you're doing. And we're running campaigns end to end for brands. We take care of all of it, white glove from strategy through to reporting. We're helping their paid teams get the content that they need. We're helping their e-com teams flesh out the site. We're helping the email teams, content for their emails. Obviously, we're supporting product launches and back to school and holiday. And then on the technology side, the brands that just use the tech, they're getting people to events. They are running their own campaigns. So it's become this kind of like operating system almost for this new kind of marketing that helps brands do everything. And we really started as a discovery and verification, and now it's a kind of full funnel influencer software to help you do everything. And then again, if you don't want to do it yourself, which certainly most big brands don't want to do it themselves, we also have an agency that can do it for you.
So interesting. And I really want to dig in actually to the resourcing and structure piece because I love a relatively impartial third party perspective on this. Having been in house at big fashion and beauty brands, the structure has often proved to be an enormous challenge, particularly when it comes to influencer marketing, because to your point, as you so eloquently said, it really touches on so many different functional areas, at least if you're
Mhm.
executing thoughtfully, right?
Yeah.
And if you're making the most of your investment. So where do you think influencer marketing ideally sits within a big fashion or beauty brand? What does the structure of that team look like?
Yeah, it's a good question. So I think best practices is generally um, a team, like a dedicated team, first of all. I think so many of our clients, part of the like thing that's difficult for them is that they are, the VP of communications and they also have to do influencer, or they're head of growth marketing and influencers is under them, And so I think having a dedicated team that is supporting all those functions. It's supporting the growth team, it's supporting comms, it's supporting brand marketing, all of that is important. I do think for most big brands, obviously I'm biased, but having an agency partner I think is really, really helpful. I think the most important thing structurally for a company and the companies I feel like are winning versus the ones that are struggling is just a institutional belief in this stuff. Or if you look at the brands that are really winning, that is true of them. Skims, others. It does has less to do with the celebrity founder, and I think more to do with the fact that these brands were founded as like influencer and social first. Of course, they have traditional marketing plans and they have like all those things. But Rhode is when they do a product launch, they're not thinking about what's the event we should do and well, we should talk to editors. They're thinking about how does this go viral? How do we make this reach as many people on social? How do we get influencers and our community talking about this product? And that has to be your first question. And I will say for most brands, it is absolutely not. And the good fight that you were fighting 15 years ago, in many ways, is still going on. Right? These teams, these small teams are still fighting for resources, for validity, for attention inside of these organizations. And it will be the downfall of those companies, I believe.